Kevin, how you doing?
I'm good, Tim.
We are here in this video to tell people about the latest thing that's going on in mountain bikes.
Yeah.
I'm here with Kevin Dreher. He's the owner-operator of Gerk Ski and Cycle. He knows bikes inside and out, and oh my gosh. I was just looking at this guy right here, and I decided, well, I'm just going to do some curls. Because look at this.
Yeah, you do about 100 of them.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is so, I'm not that strong, guys, but check this out. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This thing is so light.
This thing is crazy light. So this is the new Specialized Epic Evo 8, and this one happens to be a custom build. Here at Gerk's, we ordered the frame from Specialized, but we put all our own components on this bike to try to make it light. This one comes in at 25 pounds. And I'll tell you what, it is so snappy. It has such a great feel. This is the ultimate bike for that rider that, you know, maybe isn't doing these big monster climbs with steep descents, but they're maybe riding under 1,000, feet, and they're going, 50 plus miles, and they just want that ultimate trail bike that'll just crush it in that application.
That looks like a carbon seat. I can see like the carbon come through there.
Carbon bars, carbon wheels. We really went all out with the carbon trying to make this thing nice and light.
As you mentioned, this is somebody who's maybe going 1,000 feet a little bit, but they're going longer distances.
Or they want to compete, it's a good race bike as well.
And what other trends are we seeing in addition to this bike, if you're done talking about this bike?
Yeah, no, the other additions, and so from here, you would kind of step up into your stump jumper, for example, from Specialized. Or, if you're looking at Santa Cruz, you might be looking at a high tower, something in that category, where it's got a little bit more travel, still climbs really well. This bike is 120 in the frame, 130 in the fork, and you jump into a stump jumper or a high tower, you're going to be in that more 150 to 160 range. So you get a bike that's going to basically work a little bit better on those bigger climbs and steeper descents.
And so it sounds like, as you're looking at what mountain bike you should get, because mountain bikes are a pretty big investment these days. And so you want to make sure that you match those attributes to the terrain that you're typically going to ride.
That's right.
And the type of rider that you are.
Yeah.
Or that you aspire to be.
That's exactly right. And if you're really not sure when you read about all these bikes, come talk to us. We'll happily, guide you into what's going to work best for you.
And will you do that for just people who live in the state of Washington?
I'll do it for anybody, anywhere.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, I really will. I can't travel to you necessarily, but if you want to come to me or give us a call or whatever, we'll get it figured out.
That's unbelievable. Now, I know in the road bike category, the fit work that you do on a bike is incredibly important to get everything to work how it is.
Yep.
Let's talk about fitting for a mountain bike.
Yep.
I know that we have, in auto, this, I assume.
Yeah, you got your dropper post.
The dropper post goes down.
Yeah, but still with a mountain bike, the bottom line is making sure you're comfortable. You don't want to be, reaching too far. You don't want to be back where your shoulder blades are too far back. You just want to be in a nice, comfortable riding position. You want to make sure, your saddle height is set to where when you're at the bottom of your pedal stroke, you just have a very subtle bend in the knee. So yeah, it's just making sure you're dialed and you're comfortable on it. When it comes to road bikes, that's even more important to make sure you're comfortable on that, because generally with a road bike, you are riding a much further distance. You want to make sure if you're doing that 50 plus miles that you're comfortable, right? Optimizing the power that your body is going to generate. And if you're uncomfortable on your bike, you're not going to have the power you need or make it to the end of the ride necessarily. Being fit properly is key too.
Yeah, and the fantastic thing about the traditional mountain bike, if we can even say this, because the mountain bikes these days are so good.
Yeah.
And with all kinds of different components that you can put on there and everything, it gives you a great workout. You want to go up a hill, you want to sweat, you want to get lactic, you're training for this. Mountain bike, it's so much fun to be outdoors and just out there in nature. And so whether you go e-mountain, which is a little bit different experience, or if you want something lighter, more responsive, more snappy, traditional mountain bike is fantastic. And these are not the mountain bikes that you saw 10 years ago.
No, not at all.
Even 5 years ago.
Not at all.
These things are very light, very responsive.
Yep.
So stop thinking about it. Just get one. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. If you're here, come see Kevin. He just mentioned that you can call him, which is an unbelievable offer. These phones are going to be ringing off the hook. But thank you so much for checking out the latest in mountain bikes. Get out there, have fun. We'll see you on the mountains. See you later. Subscribe, please, to the channel so you can see more videos. It would really help us out. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.